In today's episode, we are going to look at benchmarking, actually the results of benchmarking the Solo Satoshi with the stock power supply versus upgrading it to the Mean Well power supply. The Mean Well is currently on this Bitaxe, and we're going to put it on here and we're going to see how it affects things and how it performs. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, do it. All right, so now it is basically hashing away at stock levels. I do still have the overclocking menu interface up, but let's look at the settings. We're at, okay, I've got a pretty high 825 frequency and 1250 volts. If we go to settings, you can see what I'm saying here, 825 and 1250. But it totally can do that right out of the box. So we've got some room here, we've got some headroom, we can move it up. But what I want to point out right here is that we're actually, with the Mean Well stock out of the box, we're just a little under supplying the power. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn it up. Generally don't suggest doing it this way, but I'll live on the edge. So inside the Mean Well, you'll see you've got a little plastic screw right there. And we're going to see if we can turn it up without cooking everything. So we're up to 5 volts. Turn it up just a little bit more. You hear how that fan is speeding up? Oh, it's 5.2 volts. That might be a bit much. Let's bring it down to 5.1. Okay, there we go. I'm comfortable with that. So we're going to let that run now. Let's make sure we're maxed out on our settings. We've got plenty of headroom on both our ASIC temp and our voltage regulator temp. Let's crank that up a little bit. Let's take that up to 875. Okay, we're getting a little bit warm. Let's make sure we got the fan on automatic. We do. Okay. We still have more room to go, so let's give it some more voltage. Looking pretty good. You may have noticed I'm being lazy and I just put this over to the failover pool. But we're going to let this run for another, probably, was it 12 hours? Let's look. 8 a.m. Yes, 24 hours. We're going to let this run for another 24 hours. So let's see if we can remember this. We were at 1.8. Now we have more than enough power. Oh, we might turn it up a little bit more. See, our voltage regulator is getting kind of warm though. I'm going to put this back over in a cooler spot of the room. Maybe see if I can get a little benefit of the back fan from that guy. There's not enough air coming off of that. Or maybe not. Maybe not. maybe we'll just see what we get. Um, we'll see how it does over 24 hours. But I think we're going to turn the power up a little bit more. We'll leave it at 5.2. See if we can avoid cooking it. Yeah, I'm going to have to move this back over to the window where it's a little bit cooler. Windowsill. And see how it does. I'm expecting it to do a whole lot better than this, to be honest. So we'll watch what happens over the next 24 hours. All right, we have been running for just over 24 hours since the last recording. I think that the average started out at 1.78, and now the two-hour average. Let's see here, 1.9, and let's see, we got to a high of 2 terahash at around midnight, 12:30, and then as it's gotten a little bit warmer, 1.7, 1.7. But look at this. The 10-minute numbers are insane. Here we are at 3.1 terahash. I think that's the highest. 2.8, 3 terahash per second, 3, and that's what, an hour and a half ago. So we are basically clocking in right along that 2 terahash average over that time. And all we have done is add the Mean Well power supply. Everything else is still stock, still standard. So we're giving it, let's go back here. We're still giving it 5.2 volts. You can see our average here is 1.92. And we're running it pretty darn cool, really. I mean, it's nearly 1 o'clock here, and it's probably in the 70s right now. But look at these numbers. What do we do here? 2.5 essentially terahash, and it's just chugging along. You can see how the temperature has been affecting it. We're rocking and rolling, man. So super simple. Get the Mean Well, put it on all of your Bitaxes. If you want to get the bigger one where it'll power a couple of them, I would do that. But if you just have one or two, get the small Mean Well, and you can see with a totally stock Bitaxe with the Dark Horse cooler, can't stress that enough. That is a game changer. I've said the word game changer a lot recently, but that heatsink is by far the best. It's better than the 5.2 Pi, the Ice Tower. I can show you that one. This Bitaxe is running right next to it, and it actually has a little bit more than 5 volts. This has the Ice Tower, the 5.2 Pi on it, and I mean, what are we? Our best there would be 1.4, 1.47, 1.48, right? So the Dark Horse is a game changer. It's. I mean, I haven't seen one of the copper unpainted ones yet, but this guy, the Dark Horse, is pretty amazing. All right, next video we will do some cooling enhancements. I think surprisingly effective small changes, and then maybe we'll start looking at some other things to really squeeze the performance out of this guy. Thanks again to Solo Satoshi and where is it? The Matt Satoshi Bitaxe. Until next time, thanks.